Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I am TK Beauty, and in today's video we're going to be talking about all of the things that I have been loving during the year of 2021. So I have a little bit of everything. I have makeup, I have skincare, body care, I have perfumes, I have miscellaneous items such as books, mugs, just all kind of stuff. Before we jump into this video, if you guys are not subscribed to my channel, I would love for you guys to subscribe. Go ahead and click that subscribe button, click that notification bell also, so that you'll know every time I upload a new video. Go ahead and get you a snack. I think this video might be kind of long because I do have quite a few items. So let's get right on into this video. Most of the items are products that I have been using this year. There might be one or two items that I have used before that I love it so much I'm mentioning it, but most of the stuff is products that I purchased this year. Whew, so since we have quite a bit of stuff here, I don't know, where should I start, y'all? I guess I'll go ahead and start with makeup first. I'll start with just the two eyeshadow palettes that I have to share with you guys that I've been loving throughout this year. The first one is the Bobbi Brown High Bar eyeshadow palette. I did haul this year. This is how the packaging looks. And I heard about this palette from Hilo Lux's channel, and she was using this in a couple of get ready with me's this year, and I absolutely love this palette. I did a search and it came up on Nordstrom's Rack. I think I paid about $24 or something for this palette. These are the shades, just your everyday kind of shades, but I do feel like with this palette you could actually use it for this time of the year. Since it's, you know, the Christmas time, New Year's time, you could, you know, kind of get you a glam look with this eyeshadow palette, as well as just a natural or neutral tone look as well. So I really like this. This was definitely worth the money, and I have just been reaching for this non-stop since I picked it up this year, and I really like this eyeshadow palette, so I'm glad I picked this up. And then my last eyeshadow palette that I'm going to talk about is the Makeup by Mario. It's the Glam Quad Bronzy Glam eyeshadow palette, y'all. I picked this up during the last Sephora sale that they just had, and I think this palette is so pretty. They had this marked down. This was like 15 bucks. And again, I feel like this is something that you could use on an everyday basis, but I also feel like you could use it to get that glammed up look for the holidays, especially with this gold shade in there. I really like this eyeshadow palette, and I'm so glad that I picked it up. I do need to reach for it a little bit more, but I absolutely love this palette. Okay, let's talk about foundations for a minute. Now, I only have two. One is very new for me, and then the other one is not new, but it's a new shade. The first one is the Sephora Best Skin Ever foundation. I'm in the shade 50N, and this is just like skin. It's a very natural looking foundation. It's very lightweight. It's a sheer, I guess, to medium coverage foundation, and I really like it. I am wearing this on today, but this is the packaging of it, and this is a very inexpensive foundation. I want to say this foundation is between $12 and $14. It's not expensive at all, and it works if you're somebody that doesn't like to have that full coverage foundation. You just want to look like you tried that day. I feel like this would be a really good foundation to try out. I'm so glad that I picked this up. And then the next item that I have, it is by Black Opal. It is their stick foundation in the shade Warm Almond. Now again, Black Opal is not a new brand for me. I absolutely love their stick foundations, but this particular shade is new for me. But I absolutely love Black Opal's stick foundations, especially around this time of year. For me, I'm in Chicago, and honey, this hawk be hawking. So this is how that shade looks. Really nice. I would say that this is a medium to full coverage foundation. It's very nice. It blends out like a dream. It's just nice. It's not cakey. It's not heavy on the skin, and it's only $9.99. You can get this at Walmart. I think you can get this at some Ultas. You can get these at Meijer. I mean, this is a bomb foundation stick. It's just amazing. So I really have been enjoying this shade this year. Let's get into the only concealer that I have to talk about for this year. And again, I recently picked this up during the Sephora VIB sale, and this is the Kosas, I think this is the Kosas Super Creamy concealer. Not sure of the exact name. I'll try to list it down below or on the screen. And I have the shade 7.5. This is a really nice concealer. I would say this is maybe a medium to full coverage concealer. It blends out really nicely. The only thing about this concealer is I thought this shade was going to be just a tad bit lighter for me. So it's kind of like my skin tone once I blend it out. So I would probably have to try another shade. But outside of that, I really like it. Okay, let's talk blushes and bronzers, which I only really have one bronzer to talk to you guys about. Let me start with that first. So I want to talk about this Sephora Collection Micro Smooth Captivate Multitasking Bake Face Palette. It's in Captivate, and this is the darkest palette that they have, but this is it. Y'all, I just recently picked this up during the Sephora VIB sale as well. And this was not my initial purchase. I wasn't even looking to buy this, but I was in there because I had returned a couple of things and this caught my eye and I said I'm gonna give it a try, and I'm so glad that I did. You get a bronzer, you get 2 blushes, and you get a highlighter. I am wearing the highlighter today. This is like one of those surprise items that I didn't know that I needed until I got it. So I'm so glad that I ended up seeing this and picking this up because I really like it. It's very nice and subtle. You can build it up to your liking, but I like how subtle it is. If you guys can see that highlighter, it's really pretty. So I'm glad I picked this up. And again, this was not expensive at all. This was $20. And then of course I got it during the sale, so Sephora had an additional 30% off, which you can't beat that with a stick. Another blush that I picked up this year that I've been loving is from Pat McGrath, and it's her blush in the shade, it's in Paradise Venus, and it's the blush that I have on today, if you guys can kind of tell, but it's absolutely gorgeous. It's an everyday blush shade. It's absolutely gorgeous. If I don't get any more of her blushes, I'm definitely glad that I picked this one up because this has been a favorite. I cannot put this blush down. Absolutely love it, and I'm glad I picked this up. And then the last blush palette that I want to share with you guys that I have been loving throughout this year has been the Juvia's Place Blush Rouge Volume 1 blush palette. Absolutely stunning. Really pretty. Now that orange shade, I feel like you could, well, with both of them really, I feel like you could wear this throughout the year. That orange shade definitely screams spring and summer, but I do feel like you could pull that off in the fall and winter as well. Just as well as this berry shade down here. I feel like if you use a very light hand, you could really use this all year round. I absolutely love this. Juvia's Place never disappoints when it comes to their products. A brow product that I have been loving, y'all, I have been wanting this product for so long that I'm so glad that I got my hands on it again. This is something that I recently picked up during the Sephora VIB sale, but when it came out I wanted to get it. It's just been sold out, and that is the Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Wiz. This is a brow styling wax. Honey, this stuff, it's amazing. Like Anastasia, she did her thing when it came to this brow wax. Absolutely love it. It's a clear gel. What I like to do with this product, I like to just take a little bit on my hand and put it on the back of my hand and take my spoolie and rub my spoolie in and then just brush it through my brows. Once I have my brows the way that I want them, then I go in and add the brow gel, because once you add that brow gel, honey, your brows ain't gonna move. I used it today on my brows. I absolutely love this product. Definitely a favorite of mine this year. Another favorite of mine, again, I think this is one of those products that I can't necessarily say it was a favorite of mine just this year, because I want to say I may have gotten this last year, but I definitely have to mention it because it hasn't failed me, and that is the e.l.f. Camo Concealer Sponge. This sponge is amazing. It's small enough for my little face and it gets the job done. It blends out my concealers like a dream. If I decide to apply powder just to set underneath my eyes, I can do it with this sponge. I don't think I will repurchase another sponge outside of this e.l.f. one because it's soft, it's sturdy, it works, and it's inexpensive. This is probably like my 3rd or 4th sponge that I've bought. This has carried me through 2021, probably 2020 as well, but love this. Okay, another new product that I picked up during the Sephora VIB sale was this Dior Face and Body Powder No Powder. I'm in the shade 6 Neutral, and y'all, you talk about in love. If you have some extra money to splurge, it's not like super expensive, but if you don't want to spend, like, I think this was like between $36 and $40, you don't want to spend that for a powder, I totally understand. But if you have the extra coin, I think that this is worth trying. For me, how I've been using this when I just don't feel like putting on any foundation, I'll just put on just a little bit of concealer underneath my eyes, blend that out, put on a little powder just to set that, and then I'll go in with this. Sometimes I may put on eyeshadow, I may not. Just put a glossy lip on, some mascara, honey, and go on about my day. This powder, it makes you look like you put effort into your look, and that's what I like, because sometimes I don't want to do the most. Sometimes I just want to do something simple. I've been loving this since I've gotten it. Another favorite of mine, again, this is another product that I feel like I was loving last year. I think that's when I first tried this powder out, but I'm not really sure. But I have to say it's become a holy grail for me. That's the Fenty Beauty setting powder in honey. This is my second time repurchasing this because it takes me a while to kind of go through this, and this is the travel size. This is the mini size of this. But this powder, for me, I absolutely love it. Like, I could let go of all of the powders in my collection and only use this one, because this one is just, it's everything to me. So this has kept me through 2021. It should probably be a holy grail next year, so love this. A facial mist that I've been liking, I actually use it to spray my beauty blender. I use it to spray my face so that I can blend out my concealer. I even use this to kind of set my face sometimes, and it is from the Dollar Tree, and it's the Bolero Soothing Facial Mist in Cucumber and Aloe. It's really, really good. It hydrates my skin. Like, if my skin is feeling really dull or dry or just needs a pick-me-up, this picks up my skin, but it also helps me to do the other things that I've just mentioned, and all for $1. They have some really good gems in the Dollar Tree, and I am so glad that I decided to try this out. Again, I feel like this is one of those products that I tried for the first time last year, but I've repurchased it so many times this year. I go through this stuff. I have 2 other backup bottles in my drawer because I love it just that much. Let's talk mascaras. So this one I picked up during the Sephora VIB sale, but it was a point perk, and I just saw it and I was like, well, I'll give it a try. I'm typically a drugstore girl when it comes to my mascaras. The drugstore doesn't do me wrong, so I feel like, why should I pay $30–40 for a high-end mascara that's probably not going to work as well as a drugstore mascara? But I will say the 100 point perks that I used for this mascara was worth the points. This is the Huda Beauty, I don't know what this is. This is the Huda Beauty Legit Lashes. It's supposed to give you a dramatic curl. It's supposed to give you insane length. This is it. And you get 2 in here. So the bottom one is what you would use to curl your lashes, and then the top one is what you would use to give you the volume. And y'all, when I say this stuff works, now I'm not crazy about this packaging. It has my lashes looking so good that I would probably purchase the full size of this just because I like it that much. I've been loving this ever since I've gotten it. And the last 2 mascaras I'm going to mention are drugstore. These are the Ioni mascaras. I have one in Dramatic Black, and then I have one in Volumizing Black. It's by the Ioni brand that you would find in the Dollar Tree. For $1, these work really, really well, and I like to use them together. I like to use the Volumizing Black mascara first and then go in with the Dramatic Black mascara, and my lashes look so, so good. So I have been really loving these 2 since I've gotten them this year. Let's get into some lippies that I've been loving. Actually, before we get into the lippies, I have one eyeliner that I've been loving. I can't remember if I picked it up this year, but I know I've been using the mess out of it this year, and that is the e.l.f. by Jenny Atkins Zero Effort Liner. I am wearing it in my waterline today. It is so black, it is so comfortable, and you can't beat that. Like, I think this was like $3. I love it. I think when I went back to try to get another one, they were sold out, but This liner is a really good liner for $3. I'm glad that I picked this up. I have been using this liner non-stop this year. Okay, now let's get into the lippies. Something that I recently picked up. Y'all, my lips have been really dry this year. You guys know I love my Cocoa Care. I was looking for something else to try also, and some of the stuff that I've tried has been kind of a fail, but I picked this up. I saw they had this in Target, and that's the Aquaphor Lip Repair. It says immediate relief. If you're somebody that deals with severely dry lips, then this is going to be your friend. They had this in a double pack, so I think I got 2 for like $6 or something like that. I've been using these non-stop. It just makes my lips come back to life. I got 2 lipsticks that I want to talk about. First one is from Juvia's Place. Again, Juvia's Place can do no wrong. The lipstick that I have is in the shade Me, and I love this packaging. I just love this. So pretty. It's like a nude shade here. Let me swatch it for you guys so you can see it. That's it there. Very pretty color. Looks really good with a brown lip liner. Typically when I use this lipstick, I like to use the liner from them in Cola. This liner, it's a favorite too. It's a nice brown shade. I'm gonna swatch that for you too. Very rich and creamy, not drying on the lips at all, and I really like that. Love those two. Another lipstick that I have been loving. You guys know Fashion Fair came back on the scene this year, and I didn't pick up a whole lot of products from them. I picked up 2 lipsticks, but the very first lipstick that I picked up was the one I fell in love with the most, and that is in the shade Sepia. I will link the makeup tutorial up above so that you guys can see how the lip actually looked on me, but it was so pretty, y'all. This is such a gorgeous like brown shade. Can y'all see that? I'm gonna swatch it for you guys. Look how gorgeous that is. So creamy. This has just been one of my favorites this year. Absolutely love this lipstick from Fashion Fair. And then the last 2 lip duos that I have, it's a lip liner by Huda Beauty in the shade Deep Rose, and then I have a Sephora lip blush in the shade Desert Cloud. Huda Beauty's lip liners are very creamy, really pretty. And then the lip blush by Sephora collection, these are very comfortable. This is a soft matte, so it's not super drying on the lips, which is something that I really like. Well, it's almost like a mousse formula. It kind of reminds me of the Rare Beauty formula that they have. That is the lip blush by Sephora. I have been loving these. I have another one, but I think out of the 2 that I have, this one is my favorite shade. The last kind of makeup item that I'm going to talk about is what I'm wearing today. This is the Ardell Wispy Lashes in the number 113. Y'all, I think I found these lashes this year, and I love how these lashes look on me. They're not too dramatic. Most of the time I like kind of a natural lash, not too much. A little dramatic, but not too dramatic. So I feel like this is the perfect mix for me. Have a couple pairs of these, but I do have this 5-pack of the lashes that I got from Ulta. They had them in there, and I was like, ooh, Ulta, y'all, because they typically don't have the 113s. I typically have to go to Sally's for the 113s, but Ulta had them, and they had a 5-pack, and I just went on ahead and got the 5-pack. I've been loving these. Moving on to perfumes. Now, something that I didn't think I was going to be picking up a lot this year was perfume. I jumped on that perfume kick just like a lot of other YouTubers, but I found some really nice perfumes that I am in love with. The first one is by Nest. This is the Nest Indian Jasmine Perfume Oil. I love how Nest packaged this. This was my first time buying any Nest perfumes, and Nest did not disappoint me. I absolutely love the packaging of this. If you guys can see it, really pretty. It has the dropper on it. This smells amazing. How I like to use this is like to add this to my body butters, and it just smells really good. I'm so glad that I picked this up this year. I've been loving this. Another perfume by Nest that I've been loving has been the Nest Sun-Kissed Hibiscus, and I got this in the travel size, but I know I'm going to have to purchase the full size of this because this stuff smells amazing. And I will say with the Nest perfumes, None of these are like my type of scents. Like if somebody wasn't showing me different perfumes, I wouldn't have never tried the Nest perfumes because vanilla is my favorite scent. So I always go to the scents that kind of have some vanilla in it just to see how they smell. This one to me is really, it's really like a spring and summer type of scent. But I would rock this now because I love it just that much. And then another one that I picked up the earlier part of this year, it's the Vanilla Bourbon number 9. I picked this up from Target. This is by the Mix Bar. I love the packaging on here. This does not disappoint at all. Like, this smells so good. And then the last perfume that I'm going to mention, it is the Marc Jacobs Perfect Intense. Now, I do have the Marc Jacobs Perfect. It's okay. I'm not like in love with that one, but again, I went looking at the Chanel perfumes, and then the lady, you know, I was telling her, yeah, like I really like scents with vanilla in them, and so she started pulling some other fragrances for me. She didn't tell me what they were until, you know, I kind of asked. When she allowed me to smell this one, I mean, I was like, oh, this one smells really nice. So I've really been into this Marc Jacobs Perfect Intense. I really like this one. This one I have been spraying nonstop since I've gotten it. And I actually got a cute little Marc Jacobs Perfect clutch purse that came with this for free, and I love the packaging of this. I just think this is so cute. All right, so we're moving on to body care. So I have a bunch of body care products that I want to talk to you guys about. The first one is the Fenty Beauty Body Drop Whipped Oil Body Cream. Y'all, this stuff, I love it. I cannot wait to repurchase another one of these. I just haven't repurchased another one because I have other body butters that I'm trying to get through, and it just doesn't make sense to just repurchase this at this time. This one, y'all, is empty. I'm not gonna throw it away just yet because I'm gonna buy the refill to go in here, pop this one out, but this is gone, y'all. I have used this stuff up. This just, it hydrates my skin. I don't even know how to describe this. It's just perfect for me, and I love it. Another body butter that I got late in the game, this is the Josie Maran Whipped Argan Oil Body Butter, and again, I really like this. I, for a minute, couldn't tell if I like this one more than the Fenty one, but I feel like I do like the Fenty one more than this one, but I like them both. Now, the only thing that I don't like about this is that this says that it's supposed to be vanilla, and it doesn't smell like vanilla at all, but it's really hydrating. And I was really surprised that I like this as much as I do, because some of Josie Maran products I'm not in love with. So this was a surprise for me that I actually like this. Another product that I thought was just, y'all hyping this thing up. It is by Necessaire. It's the body wash in Eucalyptus. And this is my second bottle. And when I say that first bottle, I went through that bottle so quick that this bottle, I still have some left. You know why I still have some left? Because I only use this on the weekends only. I have another body wash that I use during the week, but then on the weekend when I just want to kind of relax and just use something else a little bit more luxurious, I use this, and I love this body wash. I'm definitely glad that I bit the bullet and tried this because it has become one of my favorites this year. Okay, something else that has become my favorite. I haven't had this in my collection long, but I do love it. It is the Capari Coconut Crush Scrub, but this works really good on the skin when you're trying to exfoliate your skin and stuff. This is a really nice body scrub. I really like this. I picked this up from Ulta. This has been one of the best body scrubs that I've tried. I'm really glad that I picked this up. I picked it up late in the game, but I picked it up. So I've been loving it since I've gotten it. Something else that I have been loving has been the CEO Glow Vitamin C Turmeric Face Oil by Sunday Riley. Now, this is amazing. Like, my skin feels so nice and hydrated. It gives me a nice little glow to the skin. I like to put this in some of my moisturizer, just maybe a drop or two in my moisturizer at night, and honey, my skin comes to life. I have dry skin, so I need all of the hydration and vitamin C and glow. I need it all, and this has not failed me. This was a new brand for me trying out this year, and it did not disappoint me at all. I cannot wait to purchase the full size of this. It has done wonders for my skin. I love this. I love it. Okay, a cleanser that I picked up this year from the Dollar Tree has been the Tea Tree Daily Cleanser. It hydrates the skin with tea tree extract. And now one thing I will say about using this cleanser is that you do need to go in and tone right away, because my skin does begin to feel a little tight. And for $1, honey, this works really, really good. If you're not somebody that likes that strong tea tree scent, then this is not gonna be for you. I mean, I don't necessarily like a strong tea tree scent, but I didn't mind this with this cleanser, and it gets the job done. My face is cleansed and is hydrated, and all for $1. We got a couple more products. Something that's not new to my channel, but I am going to mention it. It's the cortisone cream, and I do believe this is 1% or maximum strength. This stuff works wonders for me. I am somebody who struggled with eczema when I was little. I'll say I don't struggle with eczema like I did when I was a child. Every now and again I'll get like a rash here or there, but what I really like to use this for is when I start getting breakouts on my skin. I like to use this. Now, I'm not recommending this for you guys to try or use it, but it works for me. So anytime, this is a part of my nighttime, daytime routine. I typically, once I cleanse my face and tone my skin, I'll go in with this before I even go in with my moisturizer and stuff, because this helps to prevent bumps, or if I get bumped, it'll help those bumps to go away really, really quickly. So this has definitely been a staple for me. It's always a favorite. Another product that I have been loving this year, it's not a new product for me. I've had to use this product several years ago, but I had to use it again this year because I had surgery at the beginning of this year, and so I want to say maybe around March, April, I was able to use this product, but it has worked wonders for me. That's the Mederma gel. This is for advanced scars. I have 5 incisions on my stomach, and I did not like how those incisions looked after I had my surgery, and so I was able to put some Mederma on there. Don't get me wrong, it still don't look the way that I want it to look, but it looks so much better with me having put the Mederma on there than me not having the Mederma. So this has worked wonders for my skin. I still use this every day on my skin, even outside of the 5 incisions, just other scars that I may have, like on my legs. I've been using this, and it works wonders. This has been a favorite of mine this year. Another favorite of mine, late in the game, I just recently picked this up maybe a couple of weeks ago, but I love it already. That is the Neutrogena High Boost Eye Gel Cream. It definitely depuffs, but it also hydrates underneath my eye. Not that I have a whole lot of puffiness under my eyes, but I do get it sometimes, and just to have that hydration under my eyes as well, this works really, really good for me, and I'm happy that I picked this up. Let's talk a couple of moisturizers that I've been loving this year. The first one is a Point Perk that I got from Sephora. It's by Clinique. It's the Moisture Surge, and it is a hydrator. And you know, for me, Clinique hasn't been like one of my favorite brands. I do like some stuff by Clinique, but there's a lot of stuff by Clinique I'm like but Clinique is on my radar because I have some products from them that have just been, they've been working wonders for me, and this is one of them. I got this for my birthday from Ulta, and at first I was like, this is all they gave me, and then I was like, I'm gonna use it, and I've been loving this. This is a hydrator. I like to use this one at night though. It's really, really nice. It definitely hydrates the skin, so this has become one of my favorites. And While I'm talking about Clinique products, let me talk about this last one that's by Clinique. This is the Clinique Take the Day Off Cleansing Balm. Now they do have this in a liquid form. Again, I spent 100 point perks at Sephora getting this. I heard good things about it, so I finally was like, well, let me try it. And what I will say is the liquid one I don't like as much as I like this one. I actually like the balm. I haven't used it a whole lot because I'm trying to finish the e.l.f. one that I have. I mean, it does what it says it's gonna do. It's gonna take your makeup off, and I really like it. I didn't think I was gonna like it as much as I do, probably because my expectations was not high for a lot of these Clinique products. So I'm really been loving this, and I'm going to use this tonight when I take this goodness off my face. Okay, and then the last two moisturizers we're going to talk about, one is new, one is not. The first one is the new one. It is by Youth to the People. It is their Deep Moisture Cream, and this has ashwagandha and a couple other things in it. And I like to use this one at night as well because it's a little bit, it's not like super thick, but it is kind of on the thick side. But I also like to add the Sunday Riley drops to this, and this just has my skin looking really good. But this is the moisturizer. This is a really good moisturizer. Youth to the People is one of those brands that I slept on. I don't know why. I guess I was hearing a lot of people who had oily skin using that brand, and not necessarily people like me who have dry skin, so I never really did my research. But then I was like, okay, let me check out Youth to the People. And their products have not disappointed me. And this one was just a new one that I tried out this year, and I absolutely love it. It's just, it hydrates my skin. My skin feels good. It's lightweight, even though it looks a little thick. It's like a nice consistency. If you're somebody who has dry skin and you're looking to try and spend a little bit of money on a moisturizer, then I would definitely say try Youth to the People because their products have not disappointed me. The last is kind of like a primer moisturizer. I had the big jar of this maybe a couple of years ago, and I just didn't love it, y'all. I didn't. You know, I may have used it once or twice, but I again heard Hilo Lux talking about it because she has dry skin. She was talking about this product, so I was like, well, I'll give it a try. They had the small size of it, and that is the Bobbi Brown Vitamin Enriched Face Base. Y'all, I have been loving this stuff, and this stuff smells amazing. It smells so good. I've been using it non-stop. For this one, it doesn't matter when I use this. Sometimes I use it in the morning, sometimes I use it at night. But if I use it at night, I definitely like to add my Sunday Riley drops to this one as well. And it just smells amazing, and my skin is just so hydrated. I'm glad that I decided to give this another try because it has become one of my favorites this year. Another item that I've been loving has been the Vanish PFB Chrome Bright, the rollerball. The girl that I was going to get my Brazilian waxes, she had mentioned this product to me. I didn't pick it up right away. At some point, I think I picked it up maybe like the end of last year, but for sure this year I've been using it non-stop. If you're somebody that suffer from ingrown hairs, or you suffer from dark spots or whatever, this is going to help you out tremendously. It has helped me out tremendously. I'll repurchase it, and I do believe you can use this under your arms. Definitely for your bikini line. You can get this off of Amazon. You can go to their website and get it. I think that's what I did. I went to their website to get it. I wanted to mention an essential oil to you guys that I have been loving. I picked this up from Aldi. I don't know what's all in this. I mean, I think it's a little bit of everything. Eucalyptus, peppermint, some other stuff, but it smells amazing, especially once you add it to your diffuser, and that is the Breathe Easy. It definitely opens you up. I love this. It was $4.99 at Aldi. This is how it looks. I have forsaken all of my other essential oils, and this is the only one that I'll use. I will always repurchase it as long as I can find it in Aldi. And then the last thing, it is something from Trader Joe's. It's their Ultra Moisturizing Hand Cream. And this kind of reminds me of the L'Occitane hand cream, I do believe. It's not as This one is not as thick as that one. It's still a pretty nice consistency. It's a little thick, but it's not hard to rub into your skin. My friend just bought me one for Christmas and I've put that one in my car. This is a backup of the one that I have over here. I love this stuff. It just hydrates my skin, makes my hands feel really good, and it has a really nice light scent as well. So love this hand cream. So let's talk miscellaneous products. A couple of products that I have been loving have been 2 items that I got for my birthday, and I love them because this year I turned 40 and 40 looked different to me in 2020. I didn't know if I was gonna make it to see 40, and even this year with some of the bad news that I was getting this year since I've had my surgery, just at various points this year it was just like, Lord, what's going on? So these 2 gifts mean a lot to me because it's a reminder to me that, you know, God allowed me to see 40, and I'm so grateful. I am so grateful. So the first item is my friend got me this 40 charm from Pandora. I wear it all the time. I used to wear my globe on here on the chain, but I wear the 40 now because it's just a reminder to me that I'm 40 and I didn't have to see 40, and it's just such a blessing. And then another gift that I got for my birthday was this cute cup that my other friend got me, and it just says 40 and fabulous, and I'm embracing that because I have been through so much, y'all, that I am 40 and I'm fabulous, and you know, God has me. So I love this. This is really cute. These gifts are a reminder that God is good and that I made it to 40. Love the birthday gifts that I got this year. They have become my favorite. I use them and wear them all the time. So yeah, love them. Something else that I have been loving this year have been my devotionals. It's imperative for me that I start my day with God. I have days where I miss, but for the most part it's imperative that I start my day with God. So I had 2 devotionals, one that my friend got me and then one that I bought myself. I'll be using both of these next year. I didn't buy a new devotional, but this one is God's Purpose for Your Life, 365 Devotions. This is by Dr. Charles F. Stanley. You guys know I love Dr. Charles Stanley. This was a really nice devotional to have, and I want to go into 2022 using this devotional. And also the other one that I got, because I use them together, it's called You've Got This Because God's Got You. And my friend got this for me because I was getting ready to go into the new year with having to have surgery, and this was just encouragement for me throughout the year. God always gives you what you need, so this has been a blessing to me as well. So definitely glad that I had these this year because these became favorites of mine. I should have probably included this with the skincare section, but I didn't. I totally forgot about it. But something else that has been a lifesaver for me this year has been this Vanity Planet Aria steamer. I have mine in the rose gold edition. I love this because it's really small. I think I picked this up last year, but I used it a whole lot this year when I did my self-care days. But I also like it because I can add essential oils in if I want to. I like how the steam blows out and hits my face. Love this. Another item that became a favorite of mine later this year was the Tabitha Brown Sunshine All-Purpose Seasoning. I love this stuff, y'all. I've only used it on like my shrimp, my fish, and my eggs. I like to put a little bit of this in my scrambled eggs. It is what it says it is. It's sunshine in a bottle. I love this stuff. Smells amazing, tastes amazing, and I'm glad that I picked this up. I have 2 books that have become favorites of mine. I'm glad that I had an opportunity to read them, and the first one is the Sarah Jakes Roberts Woman Evolve. It says break up with your fears and revolutionize your life. I really enjoyed reading this book. I mean, she did a whole different spin on the life of Eve. It was really interesting to read, but it was also a good read. It helped me to look at things a little bit differently when it came to Eve, but also when it comes to my own life. So I'm definitely glad that I picked this up. And then the last book that I'm glad that I got is Feeding the Soul, because it's my business. It's by Tabitha Brown. To me, this was like a friend encouraging a friend to get up and to be better. You know, it was a motivational, inspirational book. So I absolutely love this. Okay guys, and then one of the other items that I have been loving this year has been a prayer journal that I got from my play sister. This was much needed. I do like to write my prayers down sometimes when I'm in the mood, not all the time, but I am so glad that she got this for me. I have enjoyed writing in it this year and can't wait to write more in it next year. And then the last two favorites that I have for 2021, they go hand in hand. It has been my What Is Coming Is Better Than What Is Gone Happy Planner. I absolutely have loved this happy planner this year. I love to plan. I love to write down whatever I have going on. I like to use my sticker books to just kind of give me a little bit of motivation to just keep going. I am using the happy planner for 2022. I just have a smaller one. I have been able to keep up with everything that I've had going on with this planner. And then the last favorite that I said goes hand in hand with that one is my Budget by Paycheck workbook by the Budget Mom. I think this is my third time purchasing and using this workbook. This is actually the new one for 22. This is what I use to write down my income, expenses, subscriptions, pay dates, everything, savings, whatever, it all goes in here. This has been a lifesaver for me for 21, but also in 2020, because I know I used it in 2020, and I'm sure it will be a lifesaver for me in 22. There are some things that I plan to do to change up how I do things or how I have done things this year, but I am really looking forward to using this in 22. This has been a favorite of mine, at least for the last couple of years, that I had to mention this again in this video. Love this. This keeps me on track financially. Okay guys, so those are all of my favorite things from 2021. I hope that you guys have enjoyed this video. Comment down below and let me know what are some of your favorite things that you have used or bought during 2021. I would love to know. Maybe we have some things in common, or maybe you guys have some things that I might want to check out in 22. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget guys to go ahead and like, comment, and subscribe. And again, I do apologize for the length of this video because I know it was a long one, but I do hope that you guys enjoyed it. I will see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.